Hello guys, how are you? Welcome from link to BD. Okay, today I show you some tricks about how to speed up a website. That easy way, but it is very important that our search engine optimization system detects that how fast the website loads. It's a important factor. So I go into it. First, I talked about the CDN, which is refers content delivery network. A CDN is what? What is CDN? CDN is a setup of web servers distributed across various geographical locations that provides web content to end user with their nearest location. Suppose you host your website in a single server. All user requests sent to the same server. Now what? Your server becomes slow or goes down. It's normal. But if you use CDN, suppose a Indian user request to the server for a data, it provides the response from the nearest server from India. Similarly, if a Australian or a Canadian or a Singapore server then provides data from their nearest location. For this, the main server is lighter and is faster than before. Okay, we know Cloudflare is a CDN network, search free. Many websites can use this offer free. You can Google it to check. And now we talk about the hosting service that your website. Who is host you choose for your hosting? There are such three types of hosting. One is shared, another is virtual private network, VPN, VPS, virtual private server, and another is dedicated server. What is shared hosting? Shared hosting is a hosting in a machine that shared to many users or for many websites. For this reason, you assume that a server hosts 1000 of websites. Now your website use 10% of resources. Suppose RAM, hard disks, processors, etc. If your one website use 10% of resources, so thousands of websites use how much? Can you imagine? For this purpose, the resource is limited, and in shared hosting, the resource usage is high. For this reason, your website is slow down. Now, if your website visitor is more than 1000 or 2000 or 5000 or 10,000, it is normal and natural. So you have to choose a VPS, that virtual private server. Sorry for that. Okay. A virtual private server is a server is a part of dedicated server or a machine that a single core or two core processor, a certain number a certain number of RAM, suppose 512 or 1 GB, is allotted for just for you, a limited bandwidth for you. No one can enter in this. So if a user requests a data from your VPS, it loads more faster from the shared hosting. Okay, now we talk to about dedicated server. Dedicated server is a totally a physical machine that have created some VPS. But if you host your server in a dedicated server, then your website is more faster, because a dedicated server have 10 VPS, suppose 12 VPS or 16 VPS or 20 VPS. It use its resources, suppose 20 website or 20 application use its resources and it becomes slow down. But when it if use a one website or one web application, it becomes faster, more faster, and it handle uh, mass visitor, mass thread usually. Okay, eventually it protect best to protect from DDoS attack. Now you can, I think you got it. What can I want to say? Now uh, we have to quick view about the script and CSS file. We should minimize the script and CSS file. So why? Every script and CSS file increase the HTTP size. That means it requests HTTP. At the result, it slow down. If we reduce the number of files of the script and optimize it one or two or three files, just reduce it. If we use JavaScript, we can use Python, whichever. We just reduce the file number and include it. It is very fruitful for a website that to load faster. Okay, next we talk about the caching. What's caching? Just it is a very important thing. Caching. You Google it, that you got better preference for it, but it is, I told you just something, that a caching application, the caching process is so fast your website. Uh, you in the WordPress, like CMS, you use WP caching for cache file. Is helps you to faster, more faster your website. Now we say about the database optimization. So why we use database optimization? Okay, so database optimization is the very important. Database optimization is an effective way to increase performance. If you use a content management system like WordPress with complex plugins, the database size increase and your website works slower and slower. For this instance, The CNS store comments, blog scores, and other information that takes up a lot of data space. Each CNS requires in optimization measures and also has a number of specific plugins. For example, in WordPress, we may consider WP optimize. Okay, then we talk about the image size. It's a very important thing that how much your image size. Everyone loves eye-catching image, but in successful website, that image is a vital. A lot of photo, a lot of images can slow down your website, but you have to use it. So how to use it? You optimize the image just in size. Suppose it has a single image have 5 megabyte or 10 megabyte. You compress it or optimize it to 100 kilobyte or 200 kilobyte, but if resolution is not reduced such, and now you use in the website. Now you can think, if you have 10 images in your landing page, which is which one is 10 megabyte, 5 megabyte, 10 megabyte, 5 megabyte. Okay, 5 is 5 megabyte, 5 is 10 megabyte. So what? There is 75 megabyte. When someone request on you for your landing page, so he must to download 75 megabyte only for the image, not only script data, blah blah blah. Okay, but when you optimize it, only 10 images in 5 megabyte, then he just download 5 megabyte and the other data. So think how it is helpful for your fasting loader. Okay, now we talk about the code. We remove the unnecessary code that we have not used. Somewhere we use the code which is not used, or some DR code or many code we not used in the output. We just eliminate it from the site. Okay, it's so useful that we know that every code is executed line by line. If we eliminate the unnecessary code, so the system cannot execute the extra code. It become load faster. Simple things. Yes. Now implement GZIP compression. It's also a important thing. I can see it how to do a GZIP compression in another tutorial. It's a important thing. I just tell you that a GZIP compression is very important and fruitful for fast loading effect. You can see the other tutorial to how to compress the zip compression from cPanel. Okay, now we talked about the plugin. If we use CNS, that many of the plugin or many number of plugin causes our website slow down. First, that's the plugin is highly customized. We need something but one thing from a plugin, but each has number of code because it can serve numbers of offers or numbers of opportunity. So, but we did not use it. We use just a one function or two function or three function. Then a number of codes is affects our website slower if we use so many plugins. The script of the plugin is called JavaScript, even Python cause our website slower. So we have to note that we use always the minimum number of plugins and we delete it from our CMS. Reducing redirection is one of the best way of fast loader. If we reducing the redirect link in our page, it become load faster. Okay. Now is the font. We can use we use multiple fonts in our website to eye-catching a website, but many or multiple fonts makes our website slower. So we just use a single font or two fonts that to build our website. It is very helpful for our website loading faster. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching this video. Think you have